Welcome to Workshop Wednesday. This is DIY for Homeowners by Mother Daughter Projects. I'm Steph.
I'm Vicki, and today we have a fast DIY, we have a project follow-up, and we have an oops moment. And we are here in Tallahassee, Florida, and we always want to know where you're from, so let us know.
And to be exact, we're in Tallahassee in my garage, so we don't get to do Workshop Wednesday a lot at my house. So I was like, hey, we need to do one this week. So I don't know if you could notice. Did the purple give it away?
It's a giveaway, yes.
I wanted to acknowledge that tomorrow is Halloween, and we'd love to know if you are dressing up, what you're going to dress up as, and let us know in the comments. And I gotta say, Mac already has her Halloween costume. She is going to dress up like a UPS driver because our UPS driver is her favorite, so she wanted to represent.
Well, we have a fast DIY that if you're doing something magical, this might be just the perfect thing.
So let's head to Mom's house.
And now for a fast DIY, just in time for Halloween. Now, let me just tell you the backstory of this. Steph went to Universal Studios with her friends, and they went to Harry Potter World. And she came to me and said, I have these wands, and I want each of my ladies to have a wand, because you never know when you're going to need to, fight a mythical creature. She shows me this picture, and she said, can you do this? And I'm like, well, sure, I'll do that. So let me show you how I did that. So I went into Pages on my Apple computer, and I manipulated shapes to get what I thought would look like the holder. And I made an example. I made it out of felt because felt is really easy to work with. So I thought, you know what, that will work. So now I'm ready to work in leather. So to make this, you're gonna need leather. And what I'm using is all upcycled things. And I'm actually using belting, and this is just a leather belt. And this is a good tip if you're at a thrift store, at a yard sale, something like that, and you find leather belts and they're like 50 cents to $1, buy them. And you'll need some softer leather. And what I'm using here is this is actually the flap from a leather computer bag, and that's what I'm using for that. And then for the ties, you can use a variety of things. This is actually, I think it's actually shoelaces, but I'm not sure. And you're gonna need a variety of leather working tools. So anyway, to get started, I am going to trace my pattern, this part right here, the lace-up pattern, and I'm gonna trace it onto my piece of leather. And I'm just using, this is actually a little metallic Sharpie, and I'm gonna go around the outside of the pattern, just like this. And this makes a fairly thick line, so when I go to cut this, I'm actually gonna cut on the inside of the mark. There we go. Now before we do anything else, we're gonna cut the holes. These holes right here, cutting board, and I have, this is a hole punch for leather. It comes off, and you can put a variety of different diameter holes. You want it big enough so the laces will go through, but not so big that they are all loosey-goosey in there. And you're gonna fold this in half, right sides together. Okay, I'm gonna put ear protection on because it's loud. Okay, let's move on to this part right here. This is the part that's going to go around your belt, just like this. And this is going to be about that long, and it's going to be doubled. So we're going to fold that in half and get the length that we need. And you're going to need a small piece to go around this piece right here. So this is actually a little hard to work with, but you can do it. Just fit it. And you need it to overlap just a bit because you're going to need to put a rivet in there, and you need something for it to connect. So there we go. That looks pretty good. These are rivets, and this is what I originally had. It has the flat bottom with a curved top. And I went to buy some more, and I actually bought the wrong thing, but that was all they had. This one actually has round on both the bottom and the top. So we're going to see if we can get these to work. Match up the holes. Bring this around and match it up. And this is going to go through here, through all three layers. Okay, and it's going to be inside. And this is the tricky part because you have to get your hands in here to put the little cap on. So you really can't see this. There. And when you've gotten it in there, you'll hear a little bit of a click. So you're simply going to hammer that down. And it is secure. Okay, let's go get ready to assemble this. Okay, get this piece back. You're gonna kind of set it up and see if it's where you want it. Okay, let's go. one on each side. The holder piece. Bring this down. Put the little caps on. And they make a little click if you've done it right. There. Okay, now we're on this flat piece of board. We want that, and we want to use, this is a rivet setter, and it's curved. Right there. This end is flat, this end is curved, and you're going to place that over the top of that so you can set that rivet. And it's set. And it's much easier to lace this up if you go ahead and put the wand in. If you have another person to help you with this, that's beneficial, but
What do you need?
I'll do it all by myself.
I'm here, Mom. What do you need?
If you will just kind of hold it in place, that would be helpful. Oh, that actually makes it way easier. Okay, and you want to snug them up as you go because it's really hard to snug them up afterwards. That's pretty cool. There we go. Push it down just a little bit more. Ooh, looks good. Okay, and this tight and not, this is actually not overly long. And then you just tighten the square knot. You can cut these off and you are ready to go. Let's go. Harry Potter world, here we come.
Yeah, so thank you, Mom. This is awesome. Me and my friends really enjoyed these when we were at the Wizarding World. Insert picture here. This is a little different than what we normally do, but I was just so proud of Mom for being able to like make any random thing that I need. So let's head over to my house. We're gonna do a project follow-up on the camera Birdhouse. Let's go. Welcome to Project Follow-Up. We are here at my house and we are following up on the smart home camera that we made a birdhouse slipcover for. So it is right here. As you can see, it's been actually a whole year and a couple days since we did this. We didn't even realize the timing, but if you remember, this is the Ring outdoor smart home camera. So basically it's battery powered, so I can just go onto my phone and I can see the footage at any time, and it's battery, so I don't have to be plugged into anything. And so when we put this out here, we wanted a way to kind of disguise it a little bit. So we made this simple slip cover for it. And we actually just used outdoor wood glue for this. And as you can see, it's holding up really nicely. There's no, there's really no issues with it at all. It is a little dirty on the inside, like some cobwebs and stuff, but you know, it's outdoors. And as you know, we live in Florida and we have extreme temperatures. So it's been hot, cold, and all over the place since we installed this. So as you can see, that outdoor glue, no nails, no nothing, worked really well, and it's holding up strong. Also to remember, this is an actual outdoor camera, so it's made for the outdoors. I can't say whether, I don't think the slipcover would protect a indoor camera. I'm pretty confident on that. But if you have an outdoor camera and want to add a little something to disguise it a little bit, this seems like a good option. So let's head on back to Mom's house. Welcome to, oops, a couple weeks ago we released a video where we used this right here to clean Mom's back patio. And this is actually the Milwaukee 4-gallon water tank sprayer. And what's really cool is you can put water in this and you have 4 gallons that you can just use for any kind of purpose. But when we first got this, we turned it on and nothing happened. As you can see, nothing happened, no water came out. So what we started doing was turning this and turning and turning and turning, and still nothing happened. And we even contacted our supplier and said, hey, this isn't working. And so we kept trying and not working. And finally, I don't know how I thought of it, but I held this black part and I turned the red part, and lo and behold, that actually worked. And you can actually control the spray that comes out, which is really cool. And as you know, we read manuals and it didn't say anything about turning the red part. So obviously was not super intuitive because both Mom and I were like, what do we do? So it's just this red part, and you can see you get a lot of different flows, which is really nice. On the side over here, there's also a little nozzle where you can turn it and water can come out if you don't need to use all of it. So it's still one of our favorites. We're gonna be using it at my house coming up soon. And we just wanted to share the little oops that we had because we couldn't figure it out. But now you'll be able to figure it out. That's our show. We hope you have a very happy Halloween tomorrow. And we do want to remind you that right behind us, this is our metal pegboard by Wall Control, and we actually have a discount code. So if you use the code MDP15 at checkout, you'll get 15% off at wallcontrol.com.
And next week we're doing something kind of fun. We're going to be working with Home Talk, and we're going to be on Home Talk TV, and we're going to do an episode for them, and it's going to be next week at 11 o'clock, and we're going to put some links below where you can check it out.
And we're going to be sharing how to make a sofa C-table on that, so be sure to check that out. All right, that's it. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Don't forget, we actually have Workshop Wednesday shows every Wednesday except for Wednesdays that we don't have them. But if you want to see the last 2 Workshop Wednesday specific shows, they are right here. Yeah, Workshop Wednesday or a build DIY video. What's your favorite? Let us know.
I like them all.
I prefer all of them as well.